Justin Nickerson. Justin, great to have you with us. Can you pinpoint for us why things are looking so shiny in the Sunshine State?
Yeah, morning guys. Hopefully it's as beautiful down there as it is up here. It's a gorgeous day. I think, look, I just think it's a lack of supply at the moment. Listings are pretty scarce, and every agent that we're talking to at the moment is just saying that they just are struggling to get listings. And generally in February there's a bit of a surge that comes on post-Christmas, but it hasn't happened yet. And I think that lack of supply really is creating competition, and competition, as you know, is usually the first port of call when the market starts increasing.
Justin, I guess a good gauge to see how strong a market actually is to ask an auctioneer how many properties he's selling today. So how many places are you going to be at today?
So I got 9 today. So I had 10 originally on the slate, but one of them went, so 9 left. So it's going to be a busy day, but it'll be a really good indicator, I think, of where the market sits, because we haven't had a lot of volume yet. So this is the first big Saturday of the year, and it'll be an interesting, I guess, acid test to where the market sits after the end of the day.
That is a significant chunk of the auctions handled by you today, so best of luck with it all. Just a quick one here. For over 12 months now, Victoria has made it compulsory for agents to list a property price range, and that's got to be made public. Not the case in Queensland. How do you feel about that? Do you think that it makes things more difficult for buyers and agents?
Yeah, look, without taking too much of a controversial view on it, Queensland changed legislation a few years ago to prohibit price guides, and in fact any price indication being given out to buyers outside of just recent sales being provided to them. And I actually do think it was a bit of a backward step, because I think it's actually made it more frustrating for buyers now that they ring an agent to ask a simple question and they can't get a simple answer from them. And particularly if they've had a buying experience in one of the other states, they now come to Queensland and they can't get the information they got when they bought in another state. And I'm not so naive to think that there's not agents that don't circumnavigate the law and give price guides anyway. So I think that creates a really kind of imbalance everywhere, and it actually frustrates buyers. And in a marketplace here where we're probably not as auction savvy as Sydney or Melbourne, we probably need to do things to stimulate buying activity, not necessarily make it harder for them.
Yeah, I personally think it makes the work for the agent a lot harder too, because as you say, they would probably love to throw out a price, but it also comes down to the vendor and what they think. And of course, coming into an auction, those reserves are held so tightly. No one's sure what's really going on until Justin steps up to the plate and does his job. Brisbane has 81 auctions today, and as you said, you're in charge of 9. Why don't you give us a pitch, Justin, on why Queensland is the best place to live?
I was going to say, sometimes I don't even know what's going on when I step up to the plate, so I think it's the blind leading the blind a little bit. But look, I think a day like today is the perfect advertisement. Southeast Queensland is just such a great place to live. The climate generally, although we haven't had it so far this year, is usually really favourable. Property prices are fantastic. Compared to Sydney and Melbourne, what you can get the bang for buck, and you don't spend half the week sitting in traffic. So, what more could you want other than living sort of God's own country up here?
Yeah, works for me, mate. Thank you very, very much. Look, you've got a lot of work to do. As I said, 9 auctions, so we wish you all the best. You are Queensland's busiest man for sure, so thanks for squeezing us into your schedule.
Thanks, guys. All the best today.